Welcome in everyone. It's Nikki from Four Feathers Tarot. I hope you are fantastic this week. We are doing pick a card for your next or current relationship, how it's affecting you, what it's going to bring for you, and what it's going to do. Sorry, my cat is starting the toys. I do apologise. So we are looking at pick a card, okay? So if you want to pick this pile, or this pile, just focus your intentions, focus your question, and which one are you drawn to? Which one resonates with you? Which one has the answers that you need to hear this week? Okay. I do apologise for background noises. My cat has found children's toys. So if he bats it, be aware that they could go in the background. So if you chose this pile, here is your reading. I'm going to put this card to the end of your reading so we can see the surprise on this one. I'll put that up there, out of the way. So let's see, who is your person? What are they going to bring to the table of this relationship? What are they going to give you? And how are you going to bring your relationship to the best relationship possible? Let's see. Okay, so there may be some confusion around your relationship, or a little bit of, even if you're not in a relationship, it kind of feels that there's a lot of confusion. You're feeling a little bit lost in some ways, okay? And because you're feeling lost, it kind of throws you off of maybe progressing with this relationship, opening this relationship up. And I'm also picking up on, you know, it's like, what choices do you make? Do you go forward? Do you go backwards? Do you stay? Do you go? I feel there's lots of things going on around here, and I feel like you are kind of in that place of making up your mind on this. So this is going to be a very difficult time for you. Well, very daunting, confusing, out of your depth kind of feeling, but there's a lot of things going on under the surface that you may need to acknowledge and you're not acknowledging. It could feel that, you know, you need to be truthful about what you want from a relationship and what you want from the person that you want in your relationship. So there's a lot of things here that is kind of, you're being asked to stop still and just focus on what it is that you really want. Because I feel that you, in the past, you've kind of gone into relationships without even thinking and decided halfway through, this is not where it's going, this is not what you want. But you don't want to make that mistake again. So this is why you're being urged caution to think about things, to think about your relationship, to think about who and what they're going to bring to the table. And even if you're in a current relationship, is it working for you how you originally thought it was going to? If not, why not? And how can you make the changes? Because I feel that you need to make these changes, but right now it's not the time to do so. Right now is not the time to make the important changes in the relationship. Yes. So this is kind of saying we're having a bit of a crisis here. It could be that you've come out of a relationship and it's just been trauma after trauma after trauma. And it could even be, with this card here, some cheating or extra affairs or things going on that you don't want to repeat. I just get the feeling from my guides and my angels that you don't want to repeat these cycles again. And even in your current relationship, maybe it's not going to plan, maybe it's not going how you wanted it, and maybe there's a lot of thinking to do and discovering what it is you want, and this is going to come as a surprise. I really feel that there's been warning signs for a little while, especially in current relationships. There's been warning signs for a little while about things going downhill, about things not being what you want them to be. But have you paid attention? I feel that you haven't. I feel that you haven't paid attention to things. I feel that you've been carrying on, burying your head, but now is the time to kind of raise your head and listen and pay attention. And I feel that you need to. Yes, you've been hiding away. So this is big news here. You've been hiding away. You've been keeping yourself to yourself, and you haven't wanted to pay attention to the signs that have been given to you. So this is also, if you're single, this can also mean that you're not quite ready for a relationship just yet. That, you know, you have had a massive learning curve and you're still reaping the, I wouldn't say rewards, but, you know, you're still going through the process. You're still going through the process of healing, of changing, of creating a new path for yourself. And I do feel that there's some struggles here. And this is why you need to look inwards. What is it you want, my love? Because it feels to me as if you are so lost. If you're in a relationship, I feel that you are lost. And if you're without a relationship, I feel that you are lost. It just feels as if this is a lot of overwhelm, a lot of things going on. And I feel there's a lot of recovery time needed. But the warning signs were there. Especially if you're in a relationship, the warning signs have been there in a relationship. So it feels as if there's lots of things going on here. And I want to say, you're playing damage control. You're playing damage control right now. You know, you're kind of trying to catch up here. Okay, yeah. Right, okay. So things can be resolved, okay? We have got things can be resolved and you can overcome the situation a lot. And it feels as if, you know, once you've been honest with yourself, once you've opened up to the idea, once you've been brave, tackled how you feel about the situation, come to a peace within yourself, then you will find, I feel that you are going to set new boundaries, that you are going to kind of put things behind you and start moving forward. And then the person that's here is kind of someone who is set in their ways, is going to find change hard. And, you know, but at the same time, needed this shake-up too. So I do feel that this shake-up was very, very important. This has kind of been a very close call for your relationship. So yes, it's been a very close call, and it's just kind of made you feel as if, you know, like, crikey, what am I doing in this relationship? Why am I still here? But you have these deep-seated feelings of love, of being with this person, wanting to be with this person, opening up with this person. And I do get that with this, okay? So I'm being shown here that, you know, just because you're going through a mega bad time at this moment doesn't mean to say that this cannot be rebuilt. Doesn't mean to say that you cannot put effort back into this and have a reunion here, have a kind of getting together. So if you are single, the way that this is going is you're in your hermit phase at this moment, but you've needed to do this to heal, to recover, to gather your strength and courage again, and learn to set your boundaries. For both of you, whether you're single or with somebody, you've needed to set your boundaries. And this is super important in this reading. You've needed to set your boundaries in order to tell somebody exactly where you are going with this relationship. So if you're single, it's like there is someone coming in, but you need to be very strong and very sure of yourself and say, you don't want to go back to this situation. You want this person to be on the same level as you, giving the same into the relationship as you. Because I feel that it's been very one-sided previously in previous relationships, and so you're thinking, you know, I don't want to go back there. Why do I want to do that? And so you feel like you're being reserved about relationships, but I do see something coming in. Now, the Lovers is a union, but it's also a choice. It's a choice of whether to continue with this relationship, whether to go forward with things, or whether to, you know, just walk away. I feel that there is going to be a choice about this. So I feel that everything has got to be on the table here. I don't want to say about this new relationship thinking, oh, you know, it's got to be on the table. We're going to scare this potential person off. But I feel that you have to have things on the table for yourself, so you have clear direction of where you're going, so you know which goals to hit next, where to go next. And I feel that once you do that, you will know whether this person is going to slip into those goals or not, whether they're going to fall into the categories that you've decided. It seems very critical thinking, but I also feel that you need this in order to find the right person for you at this time. You need to take your time. You need to analyze things in a way that makes sense for you. It doesn't make sense for anybody else, but that's not anybody else's life. This is your life, and they need to make sense for you. And I feel that you need that. But yes, I do see a choice coming in, and I feel like you are going to make that choice. But I also feel that there's potential for great happiness here if you allow these things to happen. It's like, I think this person has now got to tick boxes for you, because you've been so let's go for a relationship before. Now is like they're saying, we don't want to go for this relationship at this moment because, you know, I've been burnt and I don't want to be burnt again. You know, you don't want to have your whole house falling down, basically. So it does feel to me as if you're going to bring caution to the table, and that's fair enough. As long as this person ticks all the boxes, which I feel that they can, I feel that you're going to have your happiness with this person. When you're in a relationship, what I'm getting here is, I feel that the same kind of applies to you. I feel that you have to go from think about this relationship in a very strategic way, in a very black and white way. If this person is ticking all your boxes still, or if they tick most of the boxes and they're still to work on, that's fine. You can go in and say, yes, we can give this another chance. We can give this relationship another go. But if they're not, I feel that you've got a choice to say stay or go. And I think that's going to be the crucial moment for you. So yes, there is a new relationship coming in. And yes, there is a shake up of a relationship. But this is saying you need to be very black and white, very monologuing with yourself and saying, you know, this is what I expect of this relationship. Whether you're single or alone, together, it's like you are going to have to approach things in a very black and white manner to avoid the confusion and the hurt of the past. You've done your recovery, you've done all the upsets. You don't want to go there. You're setting your boundaries, and now you're kind of expecting better of people. And you're right to expect better of people, you know, because they have not given you the best in the past. Okay, so your card is Magical Gateway, and it says it takes courage to trust to venture into the unknown. Yet this is where the greatest rewards are. It's time to step boldly forward without looking back. So basically, I kind of think this is kind of saying, yes, we've had trauma in the past. Yes, we've had struggles, emotional, physical, mental, whatever. We've had struggles. We've had the shit hitting the fan, basically. But now we're setting very, very clear boundaries, and we can go through that gateway and we can appreciate and have love again. Guys, I hope this resonated with you. If it did, hit that subscribe button. Come and join me for more of this. I'm aiming to post Monday, Wednesday and Friday. So I look forward to seeing you again. Right, thank you. Hi, welcome back, guys. If you chose this pile, we'll see what this one brings. Let's see. We're going to put this card up the top there, and we're going to look at it to tie the reading up in the end, okay? So, we'll take this one out because that's what I saw. Oh, we can't. We have to do this again because this is supposed to be a surprise. But they showed themselves, so that's not good. Tut, 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 cards. Tut, tut, tut. Right, let's see. I'm going to go for you. I'm going to put you up there. And then we're going to see what's going to come of a new relationship or an existing relationship. So if you've been having difficulties in relationships, or, you know, you just wonder where your relationship's going, we're going to have a look at that. And if you're single, we're going to see if anything is coming in and how you're going to make it come in or bring the changes to the table. Let's see where we're going. Okay, yes, we had the Sun card straight away. That's such a positive energy. There's attraction, there's chemistry, there's all this brewing stuff, there's security. Wow, this is a really, really good spread. Let's have a look. Okay, right. So, what I'm getting here is, I feel that there is someone around you in your current life, or just coming into your life, that's really triggering you in the most fundamental, basic way, okay? And I feel that they're either a work colleague or you're with them, and you know, it just feels as if there is something good here. There is something exciting here, because we got these two cards here, and the Devil card is someone like who has got the sexual chemistry, who's got the passion, who's got the romance, who's got the relationship. And the Sun card backing it up is like saying there's abundance here, there's love, there's joy, there's harmony, there's a lot going on with these two cards. I want to read these two cards as together because they're kind of making me feel like they want to be read together. So we got the Sun card, and the Sun card is all about abundance, alignment, feeling happy, relationships, new relationships, excitement, you know, all that kind of good stuff. And the Devil card in this context is a really, really good card, because the Devil is kind of saying joint unions, things that are going to get stronger because you're willingly tied, bound to each other. You want to be together, you want to be in this relationship. So I do feel that there is someone coming in for you who you're going to find who is definitely on your level, who is definitely going to give you that butterfly in the stomach kind of feeling, and the new energy coming in here. I also kind of feel that this is a lot of chemistry here, and everyone in the room can feel the chemistry. Everyone in the room know that you belong together kind of feeling, and I do get that. Now, I do feel around this that it does seem to be a sense of this person could be in your workplace. They could be in an area where there is security, finances, that kind of thing, because we got the Ten of Pentacles here, and the Ten of Pentacles is kind of suggesting this is somewhere where you work, or somewhere where physical labor happens to bring in the finances. So this definitely does feel like a work-based situation. It could even be that you have a business with your partner, but things are going okay. I want to say there's lots of rewards coming in for this one, for both single and together. There's lots of rewards coming in, and it feels like you're finally going to get the security that you've been after. So some of you may have been having a tough time recently with the finances, up and down, or even just just emotional security, just feeling like you belong with somebody, like there's been something missing. Well, now the hole is plugged. And so if you're with somebody already, it's kind of saying that you're going to get the rewards that you've been seeking. You've both been putting efforts in for this relationship, and now it's going to become very secure for you. And I do see this is really good, this is really positive, this is really fulfilling. And I do see this, and I kind of see that you're going to have this relationship that you've got, or to come, is going to be one that is going to be like, we're the basis of our ancestry. So you're the root, you're the basic of the tree. You can be, everyone stems from your basic family tree, and it really feels like it's a solid beginning, and it feels like it's got a lot to offer everyone. So whether you're single, whether you're together with somebody, this is a really strong, sturdy foundation. This feels like there's a lot of love, a lot of happiness, a lot of joy, and you have very good, strong connections. You have very basic connections, but you have also very good connections on the surface. There seems to be a lot of fiery passion going on here, and it just feels very, very good. Now, when we bring these cards into it, I really feel that you've been through a period of loneliness as well, but having that period of loneliness will make you appreciate what's to come, or what's around you, because it feels as if everyone had moved on, but you were left without. You were like looking on, thinking, is it going to be my turn? And I'm being shown, yes, the turn is here, and yes, you're going to have this. If you're with somebody who is just your partner at the moment, I actually see marriage coming into this. Okay, I'm being shown marriage here. My guides are showing marriage, because there does feel a very concrete feeling about this. There's a sense of, whatever prospective partner or partners that you have in your life, or if you're even married about this, you may even be getting a second marriage out of this. Whatever it is, I am being shown this is a very sturdy, very safe, very what everyone would look for in a relationship. You seem to be having this, you seem to be getting this, and I'm being shown more opportunities coming your way, and you're taking yourself further. So if some of you have been really wanting to take your relationship further, or really wanting that relationship, it's here, it's on your doorstep. And I do see that hopes and dreams from the past are coming into reality. This is not a fairy tale, this is the truth, this is hitting you hard now, and we're having fun. I do want to caution you a little bit. There is a little bit about, be careful of your overspending. Be careful of those pennies, because I feel that some of you may be overspending. So just bring that back here, okay? Just bring that back. I see transition, I see change, I see new things coming in for you, which is super exciting, whether you're single or married or in a relationship. There is some really, really good things. It's not all dead in the water, especially if you're married. You're probably thinking, oh, I'm married, there's nothing you can tell me. But things have to change constantly in a marriage. So it has to evolve. And I do feel this evolution here. There is definitely a change from looking on, dreaming, wanting, to getting, having, and moving with it. And I do see that here. So we have change, we have new prosperity coming in, we have new happiness coming in, and we have the foundations of family. And maybe some of you even might find you're pregnant as well. There may be a pregnancy being announced too as well. So that's a potential. That is something coming in here for you. So let's see what we've got here. And we've got get grounded. Highly sensitive, connects to nature. So it's like get grounded. Oh, this is what I've said about the roots. The making the roots, getting grounded, going back to basics, and you're the foundation. So the getting grounded is really backing up with, you're the foundation. This starts with you. This is your beginning for future ancestors, for future generations. You are building that now, and I feel it's so exciting. It's super exciting. You are the start of something so big, so exciting, so fulfilling. And it starts with the Sun card. It starts with the basic attraction, the basic, we're falling into alignment, we're on the same page, we have something going, let's take it further. Or we're already married, but let's do another wedding, or let's kind of redo things, and let's put a spark back into the relationship, and I'm being shown this. But it's definitely a very strong, solid foundation here for your relationship. Whether you're single, whether you're with somebody at the moment, there's a very strong foundation, something that you can branch off out of and move on. And I definitely see that pregnancy there. So some of you may be getting pregnant, and there may be pregnancy news in, especially if you're older and don't want any more kids, there may be news of pregnancy from just a close family member. So be aware of that. And I do see this, but I see other opportunities opening up for this relationship. So there's more potential. This is not the end of this. This is just the beginning. We have planted the seeds, and now we're going to make it grow. So if you've been having difficulties in relationships or past relationships, know that you're on the right path with this one. Much love, and if you've enjoyed this, please give me a little subscribe and leave a comment to let me know if this resonated with you. Thank you. Hi guys, if you chose this one, let's see. Oh, starting off well. Right, we're going to put this card up there. Just move those out of the way. I'm going to put this card up there. So we'll look at that in the end and see how that ties in to our reading. Okay, so let's see. This is for your next current relationships, to see where it's going, how you're going to do things, who they're going to be, if they're going to be good for you. Let's see. Okay, what we got? Okay, so at the moment it feels like you're in hermit mode. It could mean that you're looking for new knowledge, you're looking for something more. It feels as if you're a little bit stuck. So if you're not in a relationship, it feels as if you want to be in a relationship. It feels as if you're a little bit stuck right now, and you're looking at ways to bring a change in your life. And this kind of goes for if you're in a relationship. It could be you're in that point of a relationship where it's a bit, you need to move it to the next level, but you don't know how, and you don't know if they're going to be on board with it. But listen to your intuition here. You have got this. You are a very kind-hearted person, but for some reason it seems to have stalled around you. You're not opening yourself up for relationships or even the idea of one. And I do feel that that needs to change. You have some wisdom here, some knowledge that you can utilize and bring to the surface. I also really feel that that hermit feeling is of, it just feels as if you've needed to take a time out for yourself. You've needed to kind of do some soul searching and ask yourself some really fundamental questions, and even kind of find out whether you're suitable for this relationship or a relationship, and what you need to change. And it kind of starts with you at this point, you know, of your work on how you're going to change things, or, you know, and I feel that you are changing. It's not a case of it's to do with the other person. It feels as if there's a change with you. You are the one that's unsettled. You are the one that's not happy at this moment, and how are you going to change that? And I feel that this is around you at this moment. So it's kind of hesitating to say there are changes coming. You are coming to an end of a cycle, but you need to get on board with it. And I feel that right now you're hesitating, questioning it, whether you can take this further or open yourself up for relationships. And so there's a little bit of questioning here. It's not a bad thing, but it's just a little bit of a question. You do come out of this, and I do see that you're moving on. And I want to say you're starting to see things very clearly. There's going to be clarity about this situation. You kind of suddenly see where you're going. You suddenly know what you want, and there's a determination, and this is where the Queen of Wands comes in. There's a determination here to get what you want. Okay, it's definitely not a bad thing. It's definitely like setting boundaries, but knowing who you are. And I think this is why we're having this little situation here, because you lost who you are. Maybe a past relationship has damaged you in some ways. Maybe the current relationship has been so long that you've kind of forgotten who you essentially are, and you're kind of finding new ground here. And this is why there's been a hold up on the changes that are coming. So I do see the changes still coming. It just feels like there's a little bit delay about them, but you've needed to get clarity on this situation. You've needed to be very clear on what you wanted. And I do see there's going to be the ending of the confusion, the ending of the fear. Also, it's kind of saying that someone has not been helping you so much. It feels as if their energy has in some ways really stalled. This feels like a very stagnant kind of reading, if I'm honest. It feels as if there's lots of things, lots of inner work going on, but no actual action. And it also feels as if someone has not been helping you, especially if you're in a relationship. It's like they've not been working with you, or they've not been helping you, but I feel that you've had to take the time out to make sure this is going to be the one for you. Now, what I am actually being shown here is if you are single, there is someone that's on the peripheral of your life at this moment, but they're not in your life. Now, what I mean by that is, it's like, I feel that there is something that you've got to get in order in the right way for them to come into your life. It's like, don't rush things, because there's definitely no rushing in this spread. It feels like a very quiet energy here, but it does feel like there's a lot of things going on under the surface that we are not privy to at this moment, because you're doing the work, you're putting the effort in. But this person that's waiting on the sidelines is kind of, waiting for when you're ready to open up your life and say yes, coming in. And when you do, you get the love. It all starts to flow in the right direction. So yes, there is someone coming in for you and everything else, but you need to do the work at this moment. You need to make sure you're on the right level for this person, because I feel that there's been some work that you've needed to do and maybe you've ignored, but it is time to kind of start slowly making those steps go forward. If you are in a relationship, again, I feel that there's some work going on here within yourself, just because there seems to be not a moment of action, but a moment of quiet reflection, contemplation. Like, what do you want from this relationship? Where do you see it going? How can you make the changes? And I feel that you're in this reflective mood. These are kind of very reflective cards. And this card is kind of saying, listen to your intuition here, because the Queen of Wands is very intuitive. So she's kind of saying, listen to your intuition here, but you have the power to make the changes that you need to bring about the ending, to bring about a better relationship. Now, I'm not seeing an ending in your relationship, but what I am seeing is it needs to change, it needs to shift, the cogs need to move again, because it feels as if the cogs aren't oiled, and so you need to kind of oil them again to make happy again. And I feel that once you do again, the emotions are going to start flowing again, and you're going to start feeling a lot happier. But at this moment, I don't feel that you're unhappy. It just feels as if you're discontented, like everything you went into this relationship with is not who you are now, and you have to find your feet again. And I really feel that that's important, because I do feel that you've changed on some level, and your partner knows about it, they can see it, and maybe they've been a bit off with this as well. Maybe they have felt like, well, hold on a minute, they're acting strange, I don't know how to react to this, so I'm going to build my defences up. But I feel that you are going to have to be the one to show them that you were just going through a change, you were just going through a process, but you still love this person, there's still all to play for. So if you're single as well, it's kind of the same thing. You are going through changes, you've had to make changes, and you've had to delay a relationship, but it's definitely something coming in, and I feel it's going to be very good for you. But it just feels as if this is very slow moving energy. This is not fast. This is not, you're going to meet this person in the most amazing place in the world. It just feels as if this person is just waiting for you to kind of get yourself sorted. But you are definitely on the right path to getting yourself sorted. Either you're in a relationship or not, you are definitely on the right path to getting yourself sorted, and there is more clarity coming in for what you want on this relationship. Some of you may be even venturing out to do night classes, or learning more, or opening up your social group. I feel that there is an expansion here, but you've had to have words with yourself, and then when you do have that expansion, that world will change and kind of open up again for you, and you'll start feeling a lot lighter within yourself, less withdrawn, less kind of, it's me, myself and I don't understand me, no one else understands me. And that solitary feeling, because you've done the groundwork here, you are then opening up for bringing the love in here. So it's all a process. This is definitely a process here. This is definitely focusing on yourself at this moment to bring back the happiness in your life. And I feel that once you do, you'll be a lot happier with people as well. You know, it's a case of, I don't feel that you've been really horrible. It just feels as if you've needed this space, this time, just to reorganize your thoughts, reorganize who you are, reorganize where you're going. And then when you do, there's going to be no stopping you. So let's see what this card is bringing in. Self-love. Oh, I love this. I love this. Self-love is taking care of yourself, giving back that energy. And honestly, you saw me shuffle these cards, you saw me do this, so this definitely is the message for you. Your self-love, yourself comes before anything else at this moment. Doesn't mean to say it's always forever, but at this moment, self-love is super important for you, and your energies need to reflect this. Okay, so it's definitely important to have the hermit moment, to do some self-love, to protect yourself, to learn who you are again, to bring yourself back out as a new form. It's like you're going through a metamorphosis at this moment. You are changing, and this person may not understand it, but they are on board with you, okay? And when you are ready, it will all fit together very nicely, and there's a new cycle to begin with, okay? This is a brilliant reading, really. It's kind of stopping the drama before it starts, with accepting that things are changing, you know, like giving yourself permission to have this change and not worry so much. Because otherwise, if you carry on, maybe drama will start. But I feel like you're being given the advice to say it's fine to do some self-appreciation, to do some self-love, to find out who you are again, to find your feet, to give some inner reflection, you know, for allowing the love to flow again. And that's what we are about. We have to think about ourselves as much as we think about other people. It's all about self-love, and that's super important. So guys, if you've liked this reading, if you agree with this reading, or if you found any of the other readings exciting or they in tune with you, give us a comment, like and subscribe, and I do appreciate you. Thank you so much. Much love. Bye.